Dear learners, dear leaders, Assalamu alaikum, and this is Khaja. Welcome to a new video on storytelling in English within 10 minutes. We will try to tell you a story within 10 minutes, and this is our first storytelling, so it can take more time. So for the first story, please consider us. The story is about how to overcome misunderstanding. মানে ভুল বোঝাবুঝি থেকে আমরা কিভাবে রক্ষা পেতে পারি তার উপরে এটি একটি বিশ্ববিখ্যাত গল্প। It's a world famous story. সারা পৃথিবীর millions of people know this story. The story is about two persons. One is lady, the other is lad. One is female, the other is male. The two persons are sitting beside in a bench where 2 or 3 people can sit. Actually, they are waiting for their flight in an airport. So you can change the story. You can tell it in the airport, you can tell it in bus station, bus terminal, or railway station, or anywhere. You can also make the story by your own style. So the two persons are sitting beside in a bench and waiting for their flight. And you know that when you sometimes wait for your train, bus, or plane, sometimes you take some snacks or fast food like that. So the person, the male person, bought a packet of cookies. Cookies means which you tell it as biscuit. And few minutes later, the female, the lady, also bought a packet of cookies. And they became busy. Some are watching the mobile, some are reading newspaper or books like that. They are busy reading something, watching something. And in the meantime, what the male person did, he opened the packets of cookies and started to take one biscuit at a time. And the lady was also reading newspaper and also took a biscuit from the packet. One biscuit. The male is taking another biscuit and ate. And the lady also took another biscuit and ate. They are eating and reading. He was eating or watching something like that. The lady thought that the package is mine. The cookies packet is mine. The person is taking cookies without telling her or without any request. He is taking cookies. What an ungood person, uncivilized person. He's not a sober person. From which country the person has come? So he thought that various people in different countries, all people don't know the culture. Maybe he is uncultured. He doesn't know to take something from others. He has to take some permission or at least should tell her. He was thinking in that way and taking cookies. So after a few minutes, the cookies packet, became empty and there was only one biscuit, one cookie. So the male person, what the person did, he took the last cookie and break it into 2 pieces and give 50%, half of the cookie to that lady person. And that lady became more angry. And you know that the people who are educated, if they become angry, they normally don't express their anger. So you can follow that. Internally she was angry tremendously and thought that the person was uncultured, uncouth, not sober, maybe came from a poor country like that. Few minutes later, the person was called for his flight and he went away. And the lady was waiting for her flight and she was preparing everything. Whether that person has taken anything from her bag, she was thinking in that way. So she was preparing and organizing everything, and suddenly what happened? Can you guess? And the interesting thing had happened. That is, she got her packet of cookies in her bag. That means, actually, not that person. The lady took the cookies from that person's packet and her packet was intact. Felt very sorry, wanted to say sorry to that person, but it was too late. The person plane took off. You see that sometimes we judge people without understanding, and that causes actually misunderstanding. We judge people from our points of view. We don't check Sometimes we think that some person is not liking you. Maybe he or she likes you very much. This is also called paradigm shift in communication skills. That means what you are thinking, the reality is opposite. The truth is opposite. Like you are thinking someone likes you, but maybe he or she doesn't like you. Sometimes you think that someone is not dependable. Maybe he or she is tremendously dependable. Sometimes you think that someone is not trustworthy. Maybe he or she is trustworthy. Sometimes we doubt many of them for many reasons, and we found that our doubt was wrong and we feel sorry. So it happens. So how can we overcome this misunderstanding? That is the main theme of our story and today's main theme. The only way of removing, the first thing of removing misunderstanding is to communicate, is talk, is discuss. So you have to talk with someone. When two persons are in bad relations, they are thinking each other, they are thinking that he or she is liable, and opposite person is also thinking that she or he is liable. Parashparik dosharop korche, but they are not talking. They are sharing their things with third person or other person, not directly. And we have to overcome this sort of behavior habit. So we must not allow this sort of behavior or habit. If we talk, if we communicate, if we discuss, there will be no space or no scope of misunderstanding. Misunderstanding kills everything. Millions of relationships are dead, are ended due to the causes of misunderstanding. So you see that what we think sometimes, give a second thought. We always call it give a second thought. Think twice whether you are correct or incorrect. If you are incorrect, what could happen? So be sure of that. Think twice. You check it out by third person or third eye. At least give a second thought whether your thinking is correct or incorrect. Sometimes we comment on people many times. Maybe that's not true. So we have shared a very famous story in a few sentences. You can also do that. You can pick up a Bangla story and try to translate into English. And do that, please. We can tell you that will help you tremendously. Your English skills will be improved tremendously, no doubt. Firstly, it may not be very well, but with the time, if you try it day after day, one day you'll find that you are telling a story in English with an awesome mood and fantastically. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you. Bye.